There's nothing like Christmas reviews again!
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go. Take a look at the 5 and 10, it's glistening once again.
Hey everybody, I am 22TigerDude and I'm here to review A Christmas Story. A Christmas Story is about this boy named Ralphie who tries to convince his parents, his teacher, and at a point Santa to get him this BB gun for Christmas. A Christmas Story is a classic. I've been hearing a lot of people saying how great this film is. After seeing A Christmas Story, I agree that it is a fantastic Christmas movie. I loved A Christmas Story. The acting to this film is really good. The writing to this film is brilliant. It's really clever. There's a lot of very hilarious moments added into the dialogue. It's just so well written. It's so sharp. And it's so impressive on how this movie is handled. The movie looks good. Very nicely shot. I love the narration by Gene Shepard. He does a really good job narrating through Ralphie's point of views. I thought that was one of the most unique aspects of A Christmas Story. I love that. It was very hilarious. There was actually an aspect in this film where parents were getting mad over little Ralphie saying the F-bomb. So that's a little something for the adults to get a kick out of. Even though it does have some adult material, I think kids could still be able to enjoy A Christmas Story and get laughs from it. There's so many clever, hilarious moments in this movie that just work so well. The storyline to this film is fantastic. The acting all around is fantastic as well. And A Christmas Story, it just makes me so happy. I only have a couple of nitpicks with A Christmas Story. One of my nitpicks is the Santa scene. That scene did bug me a little and I felt it wasn't really needed. And I also thought the ending to the film ended a bit fast, not to the point where it decreases my overall thoughts on A Christmas Story. I love this film and I'm going to give it 4 out of 4 stars. So now I'm going to bring it up to my guest stars, SirTyJensen and trepacer, to review A Christmas Story. So SirTyJensen and trepacer, take it away, you two.
Bah, The Christmas Story is a horse's ass of a movie. Hi guys, I'd like to review A Christmas Story, a Christmas classic about some 9-year-old boy named Ralphie who really wants a rifle for Christmas. He'll probably do anything to get it and it won't be an easy road or journey for him. I've seen it only once. I seen it last night on demand. I don't understand why it's a classic, why a lot of people love it. I think it's mediocre, not bad. I don't regret watching it, but I won't watch it again. This movie isn't hilarious, it's not clever, over the top, or crazy. The major sources for humor are Ralph observing everything around him and him fantasizing. The fantasies remind me of Family Guy, however corny that may sound. This movie was a bastard child of Family Guy. Hey guys, do you remember the time I killed Bugs Bunny on a little pony? That was so fun and brutal. Here's a bonus image for the hell of it. The characters weren't annoying, but they easily could have been. The acting was alright. The characters were annoying as shit. This movie is 30 now. It came out in November 1983. It takes place in the 1940s, 1944 to be exact, and it was told in narration by Adult Ralphie. Was it touching? Nope, sorry, but it, of course, felt like a Christmas movie, and I know obviously a lot of people felt that way, so kudos, right on, I guess. I give it a C. Again, I don't regret watching it. It wasn't bad. I won't watch it again. If you love it, that's great. 22TigerDude, thank you for allowing me to guest star. Of course, you easily could have said, "No! You leave me alone!" Okay, I'm sorry that I scared anyone. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'll sign off. I'm done talking. Bye. Every copy of the Star movie will die. They'll be crushed. You have my word.
Hi, this is trepacer, and welcome to my review of A Christmas Story. Okay, I'm doing this because 22TigerDude, a great fellow YouTuber, is doing, reviews of Christmas movie all of this month of December, of course, you know, leading up to Christmas. And he asked me to participate in his videos, like we do, you know, he get other fellow YouTubers to review a movie, then he do his own review of the same movie. And when he asked me about a Christmas movie, because I did the Halloween thing for him, and when he asked about Christmas movies, I had to pick, you know, and he gave me a selection. I had to pick this movie, A Christmas Story. It's my absolute favorite Christmas movie of all time. Way back when, I remember when they used to come on TBS and they used to show it in a marathon. I don't know if they still do that. Like on Christmas Day, they would show it 24 hours. You know, and it was just that good a movie. And I remember seeing it years ago and during one of those marathons. And I think I kept watching it and watching it and watching it because it's just a sweet, sweet story and funny as all. You know, this is based on the Gene Shepard. He was in a you know, a radio personality. I think he was on TV as well, and an author. You know, with a, you know, comic sensibility, and he based on his, you know, his childhood memories, and he also narrates. He co-wrote the script for this movie, and he also you know, narrates the story, which even makes it. His voice is like perfect for the movie because his descriptions of things that go on in the movie just makes it even that much funnier. Okay, but basically the story about Ralphie, played by Peter Billingsley right there. I'm gonna read this in because I can't remember this without saying it, but the way he says, he wants a genuine Red Ryder 200-shot carbine action air rifle. That's what he wants for Christmas. You know, that's what he wants. You know, and that's his whole focus during this Christmas season. He wants that, but of course, his mother thinks, of course, that he'll shoot his eye out, and that's the refrain that all the adults that he encounters basically tells him, you know, you shoot your eye out. Okay, which is hilarious in itself. And he has a little, and Ralphie has a little brother named Randy, who's hilarious as well. And but basically the story is basically about him growing up in 1940s Indiana and hanging out with his two friends, you know, going to school and basically doing everything in his power possibly to get that Red Ryder carbine action 200-shot carbine action rifle. Okay, that's his whole focus. Okay, and then you have his parents, his mother, you know, as a stay-at-home mom. This is 1940s Indiana. And then you have his father, played by Darren McGavin, and his mother, played by Melinda Dillon. Okay, but his father is hilarious. Darren McGavin is absolutely perfect as the old man who constantly battles with the furnace, who constantly battles with the buckless dogs that run in and out of the house. Okay, you know, this hillbilly neighbors, and they have these 57 hound dogs that run in and out of his house. And there's great scenes in this. I don't want to spoil it all, but I'm going to tell you a few of my absolute favorite scenes in this movie. Okay. Okay. Like I said, one of my favorite scenes is the mother is dressing Randy up to go to school, and basically she bundles him up like a red. It looks like, I think they say he looks like a red tomato, but she can't even close. She bundles up so super tight that he can't even lower his arms. And of course, Randy is a real whiny kid, and you see him to put his arms down, but he can't. And then you see him running to school with his brother, and his brother runs up to his friends, and then Randy gets knocked down by by other kids passing him by, and then he tries to get up, and he can't get up, and then he's rolling on the floor like a turtle, and he can't, and he's whining and calling for Ralph, and it's just hilarious. Randy is funny. Randy is funny in itself, and then of course, you know, Ralphie's scheming. They show his daydreams, like he dreams of coming back, you know, after he gets into trouble for cursing. His mother washes his mouth out with soap, and he daydreams that he comes back to see his parents as a blind man, and basically tells him that it was from soap poisoning. And it's just so many scenes in this movie are just absolutely hilarious. That just makes you laugh. And of course, the scene where Ralphie and his friend Flick, and what's the other guy? I think Swartz, right? Is the other kid, and they triple dog dare them to stick his pole on the tongue, and of course he does it, and it works, and he's stuck out there, and it's hilarious when the fire department comes, the police department come to get his tongue. You know, I think his name is Swartz. I don't want to mix this. I know it's Swartz. I know Scott Swartz is the actor. Flick, yeah, no, it's Flick. Flick, you know, Swartz is the smart ass that dares him, and Flick is the one that actually takes the dare, and of course he gets his tongue permanently stuck, you know, to the pole, and it's hilarious, and the kids absolutely leave him, abandon him because the bell rings, and of course, and nobody knows anything, you know, when the teacher's looking for Flick, and she looks out the window and sees him stuck to the pole, and of course, like I said, the ambulance, and the fire department and the police department come, and it's absolutely freaking hilarious. Okay, and also Ralph is scheming. He's scheming because he has to write a theme. What do you want for Christmas? And he figures, he daydreams that he writes the perfect paper. It's so perfect that, of course, he's going to get out, and he tries to butter up the teacher that she'll give him a good grade. But of course, I think she gives a C+, and said, plus she writes on the paper that you'll shoot your eye out, which is the running gag. Everybody either he asks, for the gun or tries to scheme. They basically tell him he's going to shoot his eye out. And then he fantasizes that his teacher's the witch of the East, and of course his mother's right there cackling with her, telling him, yeah, you shoot your eye out, you shoot your eye. It's like I said, it's just so many good moments in this movie that makes it a classic, an instant classic. And the part where him and his friend, two friends, are getting chased by the bully Scar Farkas, who's described with yellow eyes and no, I think was it yellow eyes and green teeth, or yellow teeth and green, but yellow eyes. But anyway, he's the bully, him and a little sidekick who basically, I think Grover Dill, right? That was Scott Farkas and Grover Dill. Grover Dill is the little toady, and they absolutely terrorize Ralphie and his friends every day until one day Ralph snaps. Okay, and like I said, and then that moment is without describing the rest of it, is really heartwarming. And like I said, you have to see it to believe it. This movie is just so sweet, and it's like old-fashioned, but it's great. Like, just great performances, and like I said, part of the charm also is that Gene Shepard, who wrote the story based on his childhood memories, narrates it, and his narration is absolutely perfect. And let me give you a perfect example of that. When they're being chased by the bullies, he gets pushed down by Scott Farkas. Randy gets pushed down by Scott Farkas, so he can't get up, so he's laying prone on the ground, and Gene Shepard, as Ralphie is describing it, he said, Randy laid there like a slug. It was his only defense. And it's just the way that he says that line is just hilarious. And you see Randy laid out and literally not moving. And it's absolutely this movie is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. And definitely glad to have this. And I know they made a sequel to this, which I haven't seen. I have no interest in seeing, really, because this to me is the ultimate Christmas movie. This movie is just sweet in an old-fashioned kind of way. Okay, and if I was to rate this movie, I would give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's just almost perfect to me. Okay, from the parents, Belinda Dillon and Darren McGavin, their performances are great. The little kids, like I said, Peter Billingsley, and the little kid that plays, I think Ian Patella plays Randy, the little brother. Okay, and he has his moments too. Of course, playing with his food and stuff, and of course the mother, who's sweet but stern with her kids, and of course Darren McGavin, who plays the old man. And there's a great part with him and a prize that he wins, which I don't want to describe further, but let's just say there's a certain prize that he wins. Okay, and it's absolutely, you got to see that scene to believe it. Okay, it's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so again, A Christmas Story, I would give it a 9 out of 10. So thank you, 22 Tiger Dude, for letting me make this video or review this movie, A Christmas Story, my absolute favorite Christmas movie of all time. Okay, it's just absolutely perfect to me. Okay, so thank you again, 22 Tiger Dude, for letting me do this video. So this is trepacer saying so long and take care.
Thank you so much, SirTyJensen and trepacer. You two are amazing. Please check out their channels, you guys. They both do movie reviews. I love watching their honest opinion. They're just both really nice guys. I'm going to leave a link to both of their channels down below. Subscribe, like, and share. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Comment below your opinion on this Christmas film. I am 22 Tiger Dude. Keep the holiday spirit alive. Don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!